Hey guys, and welcome back to my next video. Thank you for joining me today and hope you're all doing great. We're gonna continue with the Ulysses and the Dogman. So let's begin. At the corner nearest to his apartment house, the Dogman turned down a side street, hoping for fewer witnesses to his ignominy. Ignominy. The surfeited beast waddled before him, painting with spleen, and the labor of motion. Suddenly the dog stopped. A tall, brown, long-coated, brimmed man stood like a colossus, blocking the sidewalk and declaring, "Well, I'm a son of a gun." Jim Barry, breathed the dogman with exclamation points in his voice. "Sam Telfair," cried White Brim again. "You bastard. Ding bastard. Old Willy Wallow. Give us your hoof, ding bastard." Their hands clasped in the brief, tight greeting of the West that is deaf to the handshake microbe. "You old fat rascal. This story is filled with many tough and many words. New words for me especially. "You old fat rascal," continued White Brim with a wrinkled brown smile. "It's been 5 years since I seen you. I've been in this town a week, but you can't find nobody in such a place. Well, you dinged old married man. How I dare coming? Something mushy, and how heavily, soft like raised dough, leaned against Jim's leg and chewed his trousers with a yeasty growl. Yeasty. "Get to work," said Jim, "and explain this yard-wide hydrophobia yearling you've throwed your lasso over. Are you the pound master of this burg? Do you call that a dog or what?" "I need a drink," said the dogman, dejected at the reminder of his old dog of the sea. "Come on." Hard by was a cafe. Hard by. Now so this expression. Hard by was a cafe. This ever so in the big city. They sat at a table and bloated monster yelped. Yelped and scrambled at the end of his leash to get at the cafe cat. "Whiskey," said Jim to the waiter. "Make it 2," said the dogman. "You're fatter," said Jim, "and you look subjugated. "I don't know about the East agreeing with you. All the boys asked me to hunt you up when I started. Sandy King, he went to the Klondike. Watson Burrell, he married the oldest Peter's girl. I made some money buying beeves, and I bought a lot of wild land up on the Little Powder. Going to fence, going to fence next fall. Bill Rawlings. He's gone to farming. You remember Bill, of course. He was counting Marcella. Excuse me, Sam. I mean, the lady you married, while she was teaching school at Prairie View. But you was the lucky man. How is Miss Telfair? Shh, said the dogman, signaling the waiter. Give it a name. Whiskey, said Jim. Make it two, said the dogman. She's well, he continued after his chaser. She refused to live anywhere but in New York, where she came from. We live in a flat. Every evening at 6, I take that dog out for a walk. It's Marcella's bed. There never were two animals on earth, Jim, that hated one another like me and that dog does. His name, Lovekins. Marcella dresses for dinner where we are out. We eat table d'ote. Double B in the word table. Not table, right? Dote. Dote. Ever tried one of them, Jim? No, I never, said Jim. I seen the signs, but I thought they said table d'hôte. I thought it was French for poor tables. How does it taste? If you're going to be in the city for a while, we will. No, sir. I'm starting for home this evening. On the 7.25. Like to stay longer, but I can't. I will walk down to the ferry with you, said the dogman. The dog has bound a leg each of Jim and the chair together, and had sunk into a comatose slumber. Jim stumbled, and the leash was slightly wrenched. The shrieks of the awakened beast rang for a block around. If that's your dog, said Jim, when they were on the street again. Who is to hinder you from running that Habins corpus? You get around his neck over a limb and walking off and forgetting him. I never dared to, said the dogman, aved at the bold proposition. He sleeps in the bed. I sleep on the lounge. He runs howling to Marcella if I look at him. Some night, Jim, I'm going to get even with that dog. I've made up my mind to do it. I'm going to creep over with the knife and cut a hole in his mosquito bar so they can get him and so they can get into him. See if I don't do it. You ain't yourself, Sam Telfair. You ain't what you was once. I don't know about these cities and fiats over here. With my own eyes, I seen you stand off both the tillets and boys in prayer view, with the brass facade out of molasses barrel. And I seen you rope and tie the wildest steer on a little powder and 13.9 1 second. Alright guys, we're gonna continue tomorrow with the last part of this story. And so many words, right? So many new words, especially to me. Okay, see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Bye.